Okay, I'm out here in the shop this morning. It's about 26 degrees outside. And with a wind chill, since the wind is blowing anywhere from 7 on up to 17 in gusts, it's going to be chilly. But it's calling for rain by this afternoon, so it's probably going to warm up to about 42 outside. And if I get the wood burner going, that'll get the shop warm enough that I can stand to be out here and take my coat off and put on my welding cloak and get started on this log splitter, which is got to be done. It's just got to be done. I'm tired of looking at it sitting there half done. I'm going to spend some time on it and see if I can't get that part done. First though, build a wood fire. First step is the patented old Sneelock wood fire starter. I don't know if this is a successful thing or not. I made some of them and they seem to work okay for some things, but mostly it's a major pain in the butt building them. Got to do a little prep work. Putting stuff into the wood stove means that some falls out on the ground, and that makes a potential hazard. And I'm not into having things happen that I'm not ready for. It does enough. Even with me planning again. Shop maintenance task. Avoiding problems before they have to be repaired is always a better plan than trying to spend days, weeks, months, years, whatever, rebuilding after a catastrophe. I've always been a process and procedures kind of guy. I wanted to make things pretty much self-sustaining. Still learning on this one. You'd think after all the years I've spent building fires and wood stoves, I would have it down to a science by now. Each one's got its own pluses and minuses. The old shop started out with a sheet burner stove. Just a little rectangular box that you pile of wood in and burned it. And that was easy to load. Of course, I was a lot younger then, and bending over was not a problem. It was only about 2.5 feet high. Put out a good bit of heat, but not the most heat in the world. When I got the bigger stove for the workshop over in Union City, that's when it really kind of became a useful thing. Because I could start a fire in it and it heated the workshop quite a bit. Everything was set up to conduct the heat into the box and force it out into the shop. The only thing I regret about that whole setup was when I first put the stove in, the cheeseburger stove, I put a chimney up through the roof. And that was not a good move. The chimney up through the roof had some advantages, but it leaked. And it was a real pain in the neck to get to because it was a sheet metal roof. And the sheet metal was slippery. Trying to climb up there to do anything to it on a 45-degree pitch was horrible. That was a dangerous, dangerous operation. I was only 40 when we bought the house. I was about 45 when I was, no, about 42 when I started trying to do the stove thing. There's some great positives in just having certain things go the way you want them to. When I moved here to Richland, there's a store in town called Harding's Market. And it was put up, it was begun a long time ago by a guy named Harding. Made sense, right? Harding's Market, a guy named Harding started it. Well, it's an upscale, small grocery party store. It's too big to be a party store, too small to be a major grocery. It's not a supermarket, it's a market. And one of the things that they came up with is a marketing tool of having paper shopping bags. Now some of that is the whole community likes Richland, likes where they live, likes how it is. They want to keep it this way. So they're very into resource containment, recycling. That in and of itself means that there's a whole philosophy to the people who live here. They are actively trying to make it a better place every day. And you just can't beat that for a place where you're going to live. When you get yourself in that kind of a situation, best thing to do is just figure out which way they're going and set your sails for that direction and stay right with them. I have loved my time in Richland. We moved here in 2011. Wasn't my first choice. I didn't really want to leave the place in Union City, but things being what they are, it turned out to be the best move. And I gradually got over my complaining and began to see the benefits. Not that I don't still complain. I guess I'm always going to do that. I think it's important that if something isn't what you want, and you can see a way to change it to be something that you want, as long as it's not something that's going to be damaging to you. Not always are we doing the best thing for ourselves. Sometimes we do the worst thing for ourselves, thinking it's the best thing. And we need to stop, look around ourselves, and say, is this really helpful? And if it's not, just cut it out. There's no advantage in self-damage. Dump the ash pit, and then I'll turn on the fan. Now talking's going to be more difficult because I got the big fans running. Hopefully you'll be able to understand me when I'm talking. Okay, that's the beginning of the Tuesday morning efforts. Monday was a nice day. Let's see if we can make Tuesday just as good.